What's going on, YouTube? Got a little bit of news. Well, first, this is my weekly haul. Actually, I don't know if you can call it a weekly haul, but I guess you can. Stuff I got within the last week or two. However, some news. I actually, if you guys watched my last video, I talked about how my transmission went on my car and I had to, whatever, come up with some money. That got resolved. I ended up trading it in and getting a new car, and it was a little bit less than I was, that the new transmission would cost. My payments are a little bit more, but whatever. It's a long story short, I got a new car. However, one good thing that I actually pushed me to do was something I've been talking about doing for, quite a while now. I actually canceled my local subscription. I emailed the store and let them know that I had some financial difficulties at the time. I thought that was true, which I guess it is true. And that I had to cancel all my subscriptions, and also I canceled anything else that I had coming, and I was interested in, whatever. So I cut ties with my local. Maybe sometime in the future I'll feel a little bit better able to do that again. But I realized this weekend actually that I still have a $40 rewards card thing. Like, they fill the stickers up. I actually just fill one up, so I have $40 I can spend in there for it. So I'm gonna have to wait and go in and spend some money to last that. But yeah, so I did cancel that. No new books, and I haven't really picked up too much on eBay. Actually, I haven't picked up anything on eBay since my last video. And I basically just, stuff I'm going to show you is from the flea market. I do have two things I purchased though, like statue stuff, which I guess I'll show. Let me just show that now, I guess. Oh my gosh, where did I do with the other one? I got two different things. Oh, here it is. I watched Captain Cummings' video, and he showed a Harley statue, and I'm a Harley fan, so I ended up going online and picking it up myself. It's this jet.com thing. There was this, they call it Harlequin, all one word. But of course it's a rip-off of Harley Quinn. And it's actually pretty good. It's not bad for $40, and it goes nice with my collection. So I did pick that up, and like you said, it's there's no branding on it or anything. It's just made in China kind of thing. But for $40, I figured why not? Yeah, see, made in China. But I got it. So that's one thing. When I was on that jet.com, I looked up Harley Quinn. I wasn't sure how they spelled it, but I finally found it. But I also saw this for $8, so I figured I'd get them. They're salt and pepper shakers of Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, and I'll tell you, you know what? I'm going to open this up because it's kind of funny. But for $8, it is branded with DC, so I guess DC actually did them. But the Harley Quinn is actually pretty good. It's not too bad. Just a shaker. If you look, they got the holes in the back there, and it has a little magnet so you can put them together. That's not too bad. But then this Poison Ivy, look at that face. It's just horrible. It's so thing, but it does say DC Comics original, so I guess DC did it. Yeah, it says, it has the branding on the bottom, whatever, made in China. But that's just horrible. But yeah, so basically it's a salt and pepper shaker. They go together, magnetized. But for $8, I figured I'd grab it. Why not? But yeah, so I got them two. The rest are comics, and all these comics. Let me take that out of the way. I actually picked up the flea market yesterday. I'm going to chill out, like I said, with making some big purchases for now. I do have my wedding coming up in about 3 weeks, a little bit more than 3 weeks. So I'm going to chill out until at least after the wedding, once I figure out what's going to happen, financially and everything. So let me just start to show you what I found. I'm not going to show them in any order or anything like that. I'm just going to grab them out of the pile. I haven't rebagged this because I got to find my magazine size board, but this is Mondo number 2. I do have number 1, I guess, which was one of the first appearances, they say, of, I think it was Peter Panzerfaust. I have that. So I saw this one for $1. The guy had it for, so I took it for second issue. No big deal. Then I got this one for cover price, which I don't know. It's just a hack size. He had a bunch of them, and it's $5.99 for this is an annual. They had the other 2 annuals, but then when I realized that they had 2 other annuals, but I realized he said cover price. I didn't realize at first they were $6. So I don't know. I just grabbed the one. It was a cool looking cover, so I got it. Yeah. So then he had this. I grabbed it. This is Swamp Thing number 16. Just one of the Swamp Things I needed for my collection for the first series. I grabbed these when I see them cheap. He had prices on the back of the boards. On most of them, I reboarded it in my light. And it said $3, but I put it in a pile, and he grabbed it, and he opened the book up, and he said, "Oh, $16." I'm like, "Huh?" I put it back in there, and I guess he saw there was a price in the back. And he says, "Oh, it's $3. I have it priced." And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Okay, I'll honor that." So he gave it to me for $3. But yeah, he was pulling the book out to look at it, and he said $16 for number 16. I wasn't going to do it for that. Then this is another one I found for $1 in there. Planetoid number 1. I've seen this before in people's videos. I know it's not really worth much. I looked it up. I don't know. I think there was some talk about a movie or something. Well, I figured I'd grab it for $1. Why not? You know, no big deal. Now this guy that I bought these all off of, he had a lot of good books. He had a lot of good sets too. He had the whole set of Peter Pan's of Faust. He had the whole set of Fables and Fairest and I can't remember, but he won like 500 for that whole all three, like 3 different sets: Fables, Fairest, and maybe it was Wolf Among Us or something like that. I can't remember, but he had all 3 sets. He won like 500, but he said he would work on the price with that. But whatever. I asked him just for the Fairest because the Adam Hughes covers, and he wanted 90, and I passed on it. I didn't want to spend that kind of money yesterday at the flea market. But there was a couple things. But he did tell me that he had a first print of Strangers in Paradise, and that he would do the first 3 books. I think second and third are like second prints. Number 2 and number 3 are like second prints. But he said he would do $100. So I'm supposed to go back next week and pick it up. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so he had a lot of good books. I just wasn't wanting to spend, and he was willing to work. I just didn't want to spend that kind of money yesterday. But outside, I hit the guy with the 50-cent bins, and I found a couple books in there too. I spent like $4 there with him. I got Dark Horse Presents Cool Hellboy. This is number 31, and then this is issue 7/200. Don't know what that means. Issue number 200. I don't know if that's I'm not sure how that works and everything. But I just got them because they were Hellboy, and they're like trades. They're pretty thick, you know. So yeah, I got them. Then also, these are all 50 cents, like I said. I also found he had a couple Conan books in there, the number 126 and 117. Just grabbed them because they were 50 cents, and hey, I'll grab Conan books when they're 50 cents anytime. Also, I grabbed this because it was a variant, and this is like one of the bloody variants for the X-Force, number 3, I think it is. Yeah, it has a blood on sign. I know they did like a bloody variant. I might actually already have this one. I don't know. I haven't checked yet. But I have like the first like 6 or something like that of these books, and I have all the bloody variants except for one. I wasn't sure which one I didn't have, so I grabbed it. Then I saw this one, a Wolverine number 311 variant. I don't know if this is a second print or if it's actually just a variant. I want to say it's a second print, but whatever. I don't know. But for 50 cents I grabbed it. I know it's not, I looked it up, it's not really worth anything. Then I found 2 more books in there. No, 3 more. Yeah, 2 more books in there. Found this for 50 cents. This is just From Beyond the Unknown, number 24. Has some chipping at the top, but other than that, it's okay, just except for that chipping. But for 50 cents, it's a, you know, cool horror book or whatever from the 70s, so I grabbed it. And then I had to grab one of these. He had a bunch of these like cartoon kind of comics. Like Dell and Gold Key, I think most of them went out. I don't know about Dell, but Gold Key. So I found one of the early ones. This is the Dennis the Menace, number 71. This is a 12 center. A woman that came up before me, and she had pulled a bunch of these out a bunch of 10 centers and 12 centers, and they were all 50 cents. So I found this one in there. I just wanted to grab one. It's pretty beat up, but hey, for 50 cents for a Dennis the Menace number 71, why not? So that's all the 50-cent books. Like I said, I only spent $4. I did stop at one guy, which I had never been for. He just had a couple boxes, and I went through. He didn't really have anything, but I found this. He wanted a $1 book, and that's the reason I didn't buy anything else, because I wasn't willing to spend $1 on a couple of the books he had that I would have picked up for 50 cents. But I did find this, though, which I already have a couple of these. This is a Devil Dinosaur number 1 for $1, and it's actually in a very fine minus range. But for $1, you know, when I was purchasing this, I kind of felt like I was in a time warp, you know. But for $1, I'll take it, you know. Of course, some people would say that like a low-grade copy of this is like a $20 book, but you know, for $1, I'll pick up a very fine. Okay, so I got 2 more books. And I got this off one of the guys that I usually buy. I stop by his table all the time. He's been there for a while. He knows what he's talking about. He's, you know, he's kind of tough to deal with sometimes with his pricing, but you know, I did find 2 books. I got both of these books, and this is the most I spent. I spent $40 on these 2 books. He had these in a 40% off bin. So I'll show the first one. All-Star Western number 11. It's the second appearance of Jonah Hex. I didn't have this one, so I need to pick it up. And it's actually in fairly nice condition. It's, I would say, probably around a 6.5, something like that. Maybe, no, I don't want to say a 7. I 6.5. It does have some, you know, foxing up here, but it's okay. It's pretty nice. It has a, I actually didn't notice it until when I was rebagging it, but it has a little tear there. But I still say around a 6, at least. So he had the price tag of $30 on this, minus 40%. So whatever that is, like $16, $17, something like that. So I got that one, but first, this is the one I bought first, and I threw that one in for the deal. I offered him $40, and he took it. But this is the one. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 46, and this is, I would say, very good fine range. It's pretty nice. It looks okay. I have a nicer copy of this, and I also have a horrible copy, which actually the horrible copy I had supposed to give to Chad, and I forgot to mail it out to him when we did a trade or whatever. I can't remember. Yeah, I think we did a trade, but I still owe him that one, so it's not mine. But yeah, so I have 2 of these now. You know, the one I have is nicer, but this one here, new one. The reason I got this was because with the 40% discount, it was only $27. And I'll take for $27 for a double-digit Spider-Man number 47 or 46, and it's a, you know, a minor key, I guess you can say, or I don't know, maybe a key. Shocker, first appearance of Shocker. So the Sinister Shocker. And it's fairly, I'll show it up front, you know, for $27. So yeah, everything's attached. I looked at that staple just to make sure before I bought it, but that staple is attached, and it's good. It's not loose or anything like that. Now there is a crease right down here, but it's not, actually it stops right there. It's only from there to there. It does bright color, but it's not bad. But the rest of the book's fairly nice. For $27, and like I said, I got both of these for $40, so $27 for that, and I ended up paying like $13 for that one. So I don't think that was a bad deal. So pretty nice, and I also have a very cool cover. So, but yeah, that's all the books I picked up this week, or the last, yeah, I guess last week. I think I did one last week video. However, when I was going through stuff, I want to show something else I meant to show before. I was going through some things, and I finally found some stuff I had bought years ago when I first started collecting. So I figured I'd show it now. Don't know if I ever showed it before, because I doubt when I bought these I hadn't started making videos. But my local had someone come in. I can't remember the guy's name. Oh, Enrique Savory Jr. But he did a book called 3. It was, I don't know, but he did some art, you know, while I was sitting at the table. Got a Thor done by him. And this is like 3 years ago. And he also did Deadpool for me. So I thought that was pretty nice too. However, he did a book called 3, and I don't remember how much I paid for these, but he did these for free, and it's because I bought these pages from the book. And I didn't realize I had these original art until recently. I forgot about these. But this is page 21 from issue number 2. Pretty good art though. But it's one of the original pages. So I guess Jimmy C, I did have original art. Just nothing from anything that's really, you know. I might be one of the only people that actually has the book. But I think he's a local guy. But it actually is pretty good art. I'm looking at it. This one's from number 2, and this one's number 20. So I got 20 and 21. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's just cool to have. I know I didn't pay much. I might have paid $20 a page or something like that, maybe 25 a page. But yeah, so I got them, and then I also had the art. The Thor is pretty cool, but it's the Deadpool. Deadpool's really cool. And yeah, I found it in these cardboard I had stocked away somewhere. But yeah, guys, so that's all I got. And I am still going to be selling some books. I know I had said that I was selling the books because I was going to try to pay for a new transmission, and since that's settled, I probably won't be selling some keys like I thought I was going to sell, because I thought about selling my Walking Dead #1 just because I was in that kind of dire straits, and but now I feel a little bit better about it, so I'm not going to do that. But I am going to be making a video of the books I do have for sale. And I actually just want to show, I haven't done that yet, so I haven't put every book I want to sell, but I do have one book I know I want to sell. So if anyone's interested, let me know. This is my Love and Rockets #1, and it is signed a couple times by Jamie Hernandez, and it has, you know, a few signatures in there. But I would say it's probably about in the 8.5 range. It's a fairly nice copy, and it is a first print. It is original. It has the stamp on the inside also, the P.O. Box stamp, so I think that makes it a little bit more rare. But yeah, I don't know who's interested in something like that, but it is a pretty rare book. I believe there's only 800 of them made from what I looked up, and they actually were all hand done, like they were all hand folded and stapled and everything like that. So if anyone's interested, go ahead and make me an offer and see, maybe we can work something out. If not, I'm probably going to end up putting it on eBay sooner or later. I did think about waiting until CBCS started grading magazine-sized books, because I wanted to get it signature authenticity, but they haven't started making the magazine-sized cases yet for CBCS. So, but yeah, I could use a little extra money now, and I know this is a pricey book. So, but yeah. I will be making that video soon, though, with more books I'm willing to sell, so look out for that in the next couple days. Okay, thanks guys for watching. Bye.